the shit.
Oh, no, no, no,
What up?
Hey, it's the Normies, and we are here to watch more of the Pacific Season 1, Episode 9. We're close to the end. I think we're going to finish it off today. We're going to watch 10 next. And, yeah, last one was when John Basilone... It was... they just infiltrated Iwo Jima, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we're in
Yep.
Iwo Jima.
John Basilone is dead as fuck.
Yeah, that
He
was
died.
sad.
That was
sad episode.
He died within the first day of the
Yep.
battle that he was on. Like, the first day of his battle was the day he died. And he went really, really gung-ho. Like, he went very, very gung-ho, but he just couldn't... Iwo Jima was... I mean, that battle was that savage. It was horrid.
Commander Irwin was probably based off of John Basilone. I've been rewatching a lot
Think
of
so?
time.
Commander Irwin shit,
I
isn't
see
he?
him doing the same shit. And man, I just remember the image of his two subordinates that were looking at him as he died.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that's our...
Yeah,
that
he's
was our dude, literally. It's
that's Captain America.
Yeah. But
Came back just to go out. But I mean, he riled up the peeps.
Yeah, he did.
Also, you know.
Like Bjorn. Bjorn
Yes.
Ironside.
Marquetta,
Spoilers.
The stuff with Bjorn, by the way, I think it's pretty fictional. I mean, it's not really what happened to Bjorn. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, the show's pretty...
It's really
Nice.
fictional.
There's a seer in that show who can literally see the future and has butthole eyes. So,
I mean, it's just,
yeah.
I just did some digging into the real Bjorn Ironside, and
I mean, if you do the whole digging into the show, they meshed a bunch of timelines together.
I mean, if
but
you really
anyways,
did, there was no such thing as shield maidens.
the Pacific...
What?
They
Actually,
did
no,
not
no.
exist.
They did.
No, they did not. Show me the proof.
Oh my god.
Lagatha
I will
show
literally
me shows
Google it in
something
5
that,
minutes.
But hey,
Yeah, well,
go
let's
back.
talk about the Pacific.
Yeah,
It's-
Pacific. But hey, John Basilone, I feel like again, you guys are very, very correct. I feel like there's like a lot of people in history, a lot of things in pop culture that was based off of him. And it's really, really good to know where like the origin came from. And he's true American patriot, man. One of America's greatest sons. Best way I can put it. John Basilone.
True
Wow.
American. Like the game.
True. Oh, man.
Hoorah!
I want to play that.
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. I was just watching that show. We were talking about a lot of other shows besides Pacific, so let's get into this, guys. I appreciate all your comments. I've been reading them, being informed more about history and this theater of World War II.
Oh.
And I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with us. And if you've been enjoying hanging out with us, consider joining our Discord and chat with us in person. Sometimes we like to go there after the episode. And again, I know you have already watched this, so please don't watch us if you haven't supported the official release yet. And yeah, if you want to, you can become an official member of the Normies and get early access and uncut watch-alongs to all these and all of our shows that we do. Really helps us out. So thank you. Shout out to you all.
Everybody, by the way, has been really, really great in the comments for this show. I just want to say,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
better than Band of Brothers. Let me tell you right now. It's thank you all. Thank you all for everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
I forgot what we were watching in the morning already. Is that bad?
Yes.
They watched a
All
lot
right,
of-
guys.
Yeah. They were making us pay dearly
Were they using napalm?
our
like in Vietnam?
advances.
Okinawa had the highest number of casualties in all the campaigns of the Pacific.
The rains were so constant and the mud so deep, they couldn't get the Amtrak in there without getting stuck to get the bodies out. So the bodies would just
Oh my
constantly
God.
rot away.
Well, you wonder just when
real
in
footage is
hell is
awesome.
this thing going to be over? Here I am, been out here for over 2 years, and it's still going.
I think that's.
When in the world
yeah.
are we going to get out of this mess?
He has that voice.
When are we going to get back where we can have on dry clothes for the whole day and live like human beings again instead of like rats?
That's the worst part about war, when like it goes to places where civilians just get caught in
Yeah,
some
caught in the crossfire.
bullshit that had nothing to do with.
Mud, dirt, water. This would be so miserable,
Just
man.
immediately awful.
I'm thankful for my life.
Have you ever gotten your foot stuck in the mud and you're just like,
I just lose the shoe.
Yeah.
it sucks.
It stays there.
baby. Oh, Lord.
Country.
Remember Guadalcanal?
This is
This
like
is
the first
episode
island
where
with
we see,
actual, like,
civilians.
inhabitants.
We haven't really seen any civilians yet.
Yeah, we have.
Put a small hole at the bottom. Helps with the drainage.
Don't know why you bothered. They'll be dead in 2 days. Don't want to know their names. My name's Ham. H-A, 2 M's.
Oh my God, it's Mickey.
What? Shameless?
It's Shameless. It's Mickey, dude.
Yeah.
Mickey, what's it bullshit? What's his name again?
I can't remember his last name.
Something Vitch.
I was trying to.
Milkovich.
What are you doing, bro?
No, look at the munitions wet.
Better one.
What are you doing?
We took the other one. I guess it's more cozy. Less holes.
No, those holes are probably gonna
I don't
ruin
know
that
shit
shit.
about fucking munitions, but I'm gonna tell you that's a bad idea.
It just feels like shit.
This show does a great job of showing the elements: weather, ground, heat, rain.
Yeah, they're duds because they got
The
wet.
rounds are wet. so
But I mean, they would have gotten wet regardless, though.
Nah, that other tarp was way thicker.
Yeah.
That dude did fuck it up. You're right. 'Cause they were wet.
Misfire, yeah.
Easy. Got it.
Oh God, oh God, oh God,
It's
oh
only
God.
they only go off.
Oh my god.
So scary, dude.
That's gonna blow up.
Try again. No, I'm fucking rounds are all wet.
Idiot.
Keep firing, goddammit. Pour it on. Our rounds are wet. Get more of them. There's ammo up the road. Go.
Jesus.
Kidding me? Man, this dude got people killed. Any wrong decision you make will get people killed.
Was it Ham the one that did it?
Yep,
I
hand.
can't remember if it was him or not.
Yeah, it was him. It was him.
I'm pretty sure it was the green boy.
He is a good boy.
Hang it. Fire. 82. Fire. 83. Fire.
Yeah, it was that guy. Not the.
But it's his fault though. Also, because he took it from that guy.
Yeah.
Everything has its consequences, man. It's the butterfly effect at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah, yeah.
You're being a little too hard on the green boy.
I know, man.
Man,
if you
watching,
think about it, it's fucked up, but
What-
it is his fault.
Watching a man next to you die would be fucked up enough, but watching a kid die.
Wait a minute.
Are they carrying grenades?
I know, I was just about to say.
God, I feel like this is a trap, bro.
Nah, not with this woman and her baby.
Trying to give us the baby. Here we go.
Kill the baby.
Oh
Oh my god!
Don't shoot her! Are you fucking kidding me?
You're just gonna blow the bomb.
Oh, they shot her.
That is so fucking awful, Lord.
Dude, they're fucking savages, bro. I'm sorry. That's.
The
Look,
Japanese, they use the civilians just as like shields.
A baby. A baby just got blown up on screen.
there's nothing.
Human shield, what the fuck?
Oh my god, these guys are fucking savages, dude. Just Jesus.
I'm gonna vomit.
Ceasefire, goddammit.
Oh, Lord.
Incoming.
I knew it. I mean, it's third. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Oh!
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my god!
There, that's his buddy, man.
Dude, this is episode 9, man. This is getting better.
Right,
dude.
no.
No, man.
No, it does not. It just gets.
You heard him. The closer they get, the more desperate the Japanese army gets, and the meaner they're gonna get. Like the tactic that we saw already. Man,
Fuck, dude, these guys are ruthless. The
That puts
Japanese
their-
army, bro. Savages, man. Like, oh my gosh.
really puts their little squabble into perspective too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like he was having a little fight with that dude, and then he gets blown up 5 seconds later. I wonder if he's thinking if he regrets it, or if he's like, it wasn't that big of a deal, you know.
Man. Thought it would be different. Different from what? Books you read? Movies you saw? No, just saying.
Man, Sledge, you thought the same thing at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You was also like into the Bible and shit too.
Where you from? Ham with 2 M's. So now you want to know where they're from?
Man, it's,
I get the reason why they're like not cozy with each other because they know they're probably gonna die anytime.
But like, I feel like that's just such a shit idea to be like that. Cause like, if it's the last moments, don't you want to be a good person and be nice? And no.
it's just hard because they're going through
emotional,
so much right now.
emotional baggage.
Like that's like the last thing on their mind is thinking about being cordial
That's crazy.
with one
When
another.
it said fart, I farted too. It's like, oh shit.
Thank you. I'm like right next
Cool.
to you.
Hell, they're having a 47. Golden Gate, 48.
Oh, that was so sick, bro. He just shags.
He didn't even wipe himself.
I
Now he's
mean,
gonna walk around crusty and shit.
I mean, they're covered in
I need a stovepipe.
Like,
blood
look at
and
him.
guts.
I don't think
and
any of
mud.
them care at this point.
That's
It's
true.
Bring some calm wire.
They haven't been clean
Yes,
for
sir.
2 years.
you can't even take a piss without being told what to do.
I'd be worried about like I'd be worried about how my dick looks after this, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
like disease.
Oh! In the shit!
Oh no, no, no,
God damn it! Oh no! Infections.
Jesus
Yeah, all the way.
Christ!
All the
Don't cut yourself!
there.
He's gonna cut himself.
Please don't.
No, he's getting the maggots on.
I can't
Guys,
do
like
this.
1917. Remember when you like?
Get the fuck out!
Get your ass up here. Yes, sir.
He got all the infections, bro.
Don't use that knife to climb.
Remember that guy that couldn't even shit without getting attacked? Like they, there's a
Dude.
He's just pissed. He's just ready to fucking murder.
Mhm.
XO wants a round in the farmhouse in Sector 2. Azimuth 310, range 300.
What if there's
One
people in
round,
there?
HE.
It's just like this.
wow, perfect.
Left 20, add 50 and try again. Target. Market concentration Baker for this sector.
He's really good, but he's losing his humanity very quickly. I like this story the best now. I remember when I was hating on Sledge, but he's my
I
favorite
miss
so
Lucky
far.
in the squad, dude.
Yeah, really cool.
attack.
I told you to cease fire. What are you doing?
Killing Japs.
Just gave away our goddamn position.
I think they got a pretty good idea of where we are.
I told you to cease fire. Are you supposed to be observing? I see you with the goddamn sidearm.
We were all set here to kill Japs, weren't we?
What the hell difference does it make what weapon we use?
Use my goddamn hands if I had
Yeah,
Fuck,
he's
Sledgehammer?
he's gone off the rails.
He's losing his
it's
mind.
like that's a superior too. He's talking to, right?
Yep.
I mean, he still didn't get the piss, man. Man was trying to piss, slip down a hill, maggots in a dead body.
Yeah.
I'll be shitty too, bro.
Shit,
I'll be shitty too.
You shouldn't yell at your superior, but also, he's right. What would
losing
seizing
his
fire
mind.
have done? Like, they already all shot the shit out of those people. Like, why would his
got an order,
death
though.
gave way?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this story. This is like, he's my favorite character in the show now. Seeing this journey.
For
Snafu?
me, Sam and Malik.
No, Sledge. From what he started out as to what he is now. What are you doing?
Text him.
What are you doing?
Don't get shot. Don't get shot. Don't get shot.
Oh!
What's
The
that?
guy who tried to help
That's
him.
Snafu. That was
him.
Snafu.
That was him.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Fucking ham.
Nah, if I was that guy, I'd be hella shit right now. But what the fuck's wrong with you?
Tech's gone. You two, get him out of here. Right there.
Peck's gone.
Like they're gonna take him to like the.
He's not fit for combat.
Yeah, he's not fit for combat.
Surprised I didn't say that about Sledge. His ass is unraveling.
He's functioning still.
Man.
Man, he was just trying to save him and just died. What the fuck?
Well, Mickey Milkovich introduced in this episode and killed off.
Maybe he's starting to realize he wasn't an ass from the beginning. The camaraderie would have been a little bit better. He would have been alive. Am I right?
Maybe, yeah.
Wonder what made him get up there and say like, "Come here, come at me."
Losing the shit. He wasn't dying.
Everyone else is around him troubling as well.
Might be a trap.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's
Yeah.
that's what you gotta assume now.
If they shoot this baby.
I don't think
I don't think it should have been.
And they're worried about being trapped.
Yeah.
It's just the thing they're worried about, bro.
I'm sorry, Marquetta. I know you must be breaking down completely.
She's doing alright. Yeah. That was y'all.
This is the farmhouse he bombed earlier. I think.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
That's why he said lots of people far
What the hell's the matter with you two?
Exactly. And what the fuck is the matter with you two? Pick him up.
Bro, I mean, they're just like,
They're shocked.
yeah.
Man, I worry about our humanity, man.
It doesn't exist in some places.
When you're at war, you literally have to lose your humanity. Like, there's honestly no reason.
I'm sure at one point it's like robotic, man. They're completely, minds are shut off and they're just having to do what's in front of them.
I mean, if that's the case, how do you ever get this shit back?
God.
Dude.
I think she's asking to
Oh.
die.
Oh yeah.
She's asking for help or to die.
I think to die.
There's no coming back.
There's no coming back from that, bro. Especially you don't know how long she's been like that.
Maybe he's gonna like, I don't know,
Comfort her.
do it in a more humane way. I don't know what he's about to do.
Oh, it was a bomb.
No, it's a toy.
A little pummel.
Alright, let's get these boots squared away. Where's Bergie? Got me a jack!
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got him! Hey, what the hell is wrong with him? You feel good? He's a damn kid! What's your problem? He's a jack! We're here to kill Japs, ain't we?
Wow.
I hate that. That is what emotion is brought out when people join the army sometimes, or like are in military. It's like, I just want to kill Americans. I just want to kill Muslims. I just want to kill Japs. Like, I'm no disrespect to the military, but I know a lot of guys that join so they can kill some towel heads. Their words.
Well, I can definitely agree with that one. That's 100% a fact. People that really do that.
Alright, enough with the sunbathing. Let's go, move out.
At least they have some respite now to like clean up, wash up. Man, he fell in that doo-doo butter. I don't know if that was straight doo-doo butter, but it was a dead body puddle.
Dead body puddle, maggots.
There's no way you've fallen to
Oh,
something.
they're
like
talking about
that.
the new bomb.
This one's different. Vaporized
They already dropped it?
Yeah.
blink of an eye.
Wow.
I can't do this
How?
anymore.
I don't know. Anyway, killed a lot of Japs.
There you go, Naheed. We're talking about they blew up the baby. What's more inhumane, that or us dropping 2 nuclear bombs, killing several babies and children?
True. But it's the way that it was presented is what I'm more about. They presented it like the Japs when they presented that baby. It was like you know what I mean. This is it's all fucked up. There's all degrees.
You can see it.
There's all degrees of it. You know what I mean? But like it's just like you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean. There shouldn't be a difference because we kill on a grand
And
scale, but
also the bomb was more of like a governmental, and it's like a whatever. These are soldiers committing these acts, like you know people that are on the bootstraps, like hands on deck. You know the bomb was a political move, and a very you know the government was involved on that one. Soldiers weren't doing the crimes that we saw them do.
how do you think those 2 pilots felt that had to be the ones to fly it?
There's
over
interviews with
drop?
them. So fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
That was the hardest episode, maybe.
Oh, the series.
Yeah,
Some
even with
have
Band of
one.
Brothers, like the concentration camp episode is the only thing episode 9 of this and episode 9 of Band of Brothers was the concentration camp one. So they had like, I think this was the most emotional episode I saw.
Episode
That was
9.
depressing.
Is it
pretty
over
much
yet?
Yeah, it was very fucking depressing.
I started tearing up at the woman who put the gun barrel to her head. I'm like, wow.
That was
it's
too-
come to
yeah.
this, like,
And that was all the
sad.
strength that she had left. That she had left, and that was all she had. And that's what
She was just like, just let me go.
I'm honestly happy that Sledge saw that because I think it brought him back a little bit. Because he was like, shit, Leon, maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't just kill all Japs. And he got caught up in
Yeah.
it. He was like spiraling downward, and then he saw that, and like he didn't allow her to surrender. He, you know, he didn't kill her. Like I said, he hugged her until she died. But like,
I mean, he also was feeling terrible because he called in the strike on the house.
yeah.
It's just fucked up, man. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like World War II, the world, all of us, we face a sort of warfare that humanity has never faced ever on this planet. You know, like we didn't have bombs that we strapped to like people and just send out there. We didn't. This whole idea of kamikaze, like I know, like you know, in Iraq we worried a lot about the suicide bombers and IEDs, but like the Japanese, man, they were the ones that, and from what I'm seeing,
They kind of pioneered.
They
kamikaze,
pioneered it. You know what I
They-
mean? With the kamikazes and with like, it's not giving a fuck. Like the guy was like, these guys won't surrender. They won't.
I mean,
They'd
I'm
rather
trying to
leave.
look up. I can't believe that this is the first time in human history people are doing suicide bombs. Well, I bet when bombs were invented, suicide bombs were invented shortly after. But I do know what you mean, that like they're putting
yeah,
it
like
in
for like
to,
warfare and like the way that they're using it, like in actual battle, like they're actually using it. Like kamikaze
the
was
word
like
the kamikaze was invented here.
Yeah, like that's like they pioneered the kamikaze plane. Like that was what they did, and like I don't think it's been done. I mean, history buffs, let me know. I don't think it's ever been done in warfare until they did it. Like that was a part of their tactics on taking people out.
Snafu was saying how the closer they get to the mainland, the meaner the Japanese got, and I think that was desperation there. Like sending a woman and her infant child there to be blown up. I've never seen anything like that. on television. I can't imagine what people are actually there
Yeah.
for, like when they saw something like that.
Yeah.
Like, no, how do you believe in like a god or anything?
And like it's and like just like coming and like the thing about it is it's just so horrible. It's like there wasn't a single Japanese translator there that could like translate anything she was saying. She
Right,
probably,
like that seems like that.
yeah, I know
shit
that's that, yeah, exactly. I know, but like, but then again, this is World War II, man. Like, not everything was as organized. You gotta understand, like, you know, when it comes to like people learn as they
maybe
go.
the translators like died. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah, exactly. There's so many different things, elements that could happen. But like, poor woman was sitting there just like communicating
Probably
her best, trying to say what was going on, and nothing.
I have a question about Iwo Jima. Was it at that point? I know it was taken by the Japanese, but before the Second World War, was it part of like the Japanese?
I think so.
territory?
Cause
is it now still part of Japan?
Let's find out.
I don't know.
Google, Chris. Google.
Because I wonder, you know, like they used those islanders like human shields and suicide bomb. Like, I wonder if they had any sense of, I don't know, camaraderie in terms of like their fellow citizens that they're trying to protect.
This was Okinawa.
It doesn't seem that way at all. Like that.
Yeah,
how could you do something like that to your own people? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're fighting on another country.
I mean, here you
Well,
go. So
they did
right
say
there.
earlier in the episode, like when they were marching in,
Japan?
they were like, "Oh, look at all these Japs," and they were like, "No, these are Okinawans." Like they made
Yeah.
it to.
It's a Japanese volcano island.
It's Okinawa and I don't think this wasn't Iwo Jima. This was Okinawa.
No, it was Okinawa.
Those were Okinawans.
Oh,
Which
this
is
was
super
Okinawa?
close.
Okinawa is Japan.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but
That is fucked
So,
up.
like,
That
so,
is
like,
I
I
know
mean-
it was already fucked up, but this is like it's adds a level
Look,
of
even though
fuckery.
they're from the same
I've never
country,
seen anything like that.
I mean, bro, even people hate. Look, people hate from the same countries, bro. What do you mean? There's like civil wars happening all the time. Look at India.
Mm-hmm.
You feels me? Come on, bro. Like this is no difference.
Well, I mean, like in India, like I mean, there's a lot of inter-racism between the different classes. Like I can see why the violence exists there. I don't know if the same thing is true in Japan or the islands surrounding Japan, but like this seemed like different. Like this was like a fucked up tactic. Like, you know, it's not anything anybody would expect.
It was desperation mode.
It's like that. Have you guys seen the movie The Hurt Locker?
Yes.
Where you remember the scene where they found the kid and he had an IED like sewn into his body.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the vicious tactics that nobody would like expect.
I think that there is like a cultural difference between Okinawans and Japanese. Like I know that people from Okinawa are Japanese, but it's like I think that it's like they're like some of the islands like down at the bottom of Japan. So I think that there might be just some like historical cultural difference. I'm not saying that they're not Japanese, they are, but I'm just saying that like they might have been treated somewhat as others. They might have been treated like second class citizens or something along that lines. Just because I can't imagine. I think like the closer and closer you got to like where the emperor was, it's like he's insulated around like the most fanatical people, and like as you get further and further away from Tokyo, you're probably getting further and further away from like the hardcore like mainland Japanese culture. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. I kind of remember that. Probably wrong, but you know, correct me.
I am glad I saw this show, but I don't think I can ever watch this ever.
I can't rewatch it.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, there's no way we can
never watch.
Alright.
But I guess I was gonna save this for like after this last episode, but I have really enjoyed Band of Brothers and the Pacific, both for different reasons. Like I enjoyed Band of Brothers. I mean, it's the European side of things. We've kind of heard that story a lot, but I liked it for the aesthetic and how they handled the storytelling. But the Pacific I just enjoyed because it's like not what you hear about, not what you learn about. This was just like a smack in the face.
Yeah.
I learned more from the Pacific about the war than I did from school.
Yeah. And the thing I learned more about the Pacific is just like they were not only fighting the Japanese, they were fighting the weather, the elements. Like the elements, like they showed a little bit of it. I saw it in Band of Brothers from that snow episode, but fuck, are these guys on the island?
Constant rain.
Hold on real quick. Benson, you gotta go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on.
And so for Band of Brothers, like going to Europe, like they trained for months, and like they kind of knew what to prepare for. Like you go all across Europe, the terrain is like essentially the same. Like you're fighting in cities and stuff, but like.
But also Europe's like a well-known destination location for vacation, so plenty of Americans know plenty about
in
Europe.
The Pacific from episode 1, like Guadalcanal, like every single place they have been to has been like drastically different in terms of environment. Like it's not something they could have prepared for, because they would have needed retraining. They would have needed retraining for every single location that they went to, but they didn't have time for that, so they're literally just like winging it out there.
It is very aptly named the Pacific, because Band of Brothers was about the Band of Brothers. This was about the Pacific, the war there, and the Japanese front and everything, but also just the Pacific in general, everything that entails with the topography and the weather. I like this maybe a little more than Band of Brothers, just because of the character focus on our 3 main guys, and specifically Sledge here.
No, I don't think it was really focused. Sorry, but I really don't think it was focused on. I liked it because it wasn't focused on the main guys. I liked it because it was more about the Pacific. Like we just saw this episode, we got 2 good guys that came in, like Mickey and whatever. They were green. They came in. They left. Like
well, I mean, like Band of Brothers kind of captured the essence of like all those people, and like Winters, and some more than others. Yeah. But this one. There's 3 main guys at least that when I see it was Lecky.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Sledge. But like Sledge, I wish I would have paid attention more to his scenes in the beginning where he was talking to his like dad or whoever that was about the war, because like
it was his old man.
Just foreshadowing everything that he was about to go through. Like I knew it was when it was happening, but I was like, But
I noticed that when Sledge found out that his dog died, he was kind of like already on like a down, like he was going down, like he was just rolling on a hill down, and then he actually like fell and slid into the fucking
people soup,
and I feel like it was like symbolic of him just like being like his humanity, hitting rock bottom, and like his humanity kind of like leaving him. And then like right after he called in the strike, and when he was walking through before he got to the house, and he was walking through that little alleyway, they were like not showing his eyes at all. He had like his helmet was like super on his eyebrows, so that you did not see his eyes at all. And all the soldiers around him also just like shooting left and right, and just like killing people. And only after he found the baby, and then like was there with the woman, you could see his face again.
It was just very well written, acted, and directed. That it made it so believable for me to watch this character go from like a very optimistic person that wanted to fight for his country to slowly unraveling the way he did. When a show can make that believable to me through like the smallest of changes, like I could just see it happen over time. It was very like gradual, and I can't say I would have done the same thing.
The show is
he was robotic at one point when he was like telling everything like fire.
4 or 5 episodes, not in a season.
Yeah. The thing that the show just really showcases is how like
unmute yourself, Naheed.
Sorry. The one thing that I love about the show is it shows us how graphic and horrible it all was, man. Like, bro just took a shit in a tin can and just like threw it. And when he threw it, you just like, you saw it, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you just like
straight liquid.
You kind of like, if anything, dude, for me, when I saw that, I put myself in his shoes, and I was going, damn, bro, like, I wouldn't wipe. Like, you wouldn't wipe.
There's no
point.
point.
There's no point. You wouldn't. It's like, it's like either my filth or someone else's filth on me. Because everywhere you go, you think about it, there's shit.
Filthy,
There's just shit. There's blood everywhere. It's like
honestly how I felt when I went to Electric Forest with you guys, and I was like, well, I'm in this filth now.
It was not that bad. Dude.
What's that?
It was not that bad, dude.
I'm kidding. I'm definitely not relating music festivals to being in a war.
No, but it's just like when you're in the filth, and it's just like fuck it, like everything goes away. Like Sledge was sitting there trying to go to sleep, you know what I mean? And he was just sitting there just scooping out water. He's like, you know what, fuck it, ain't gonna do it.
Also, man, them fucking with the new kids, and then them just not making it like. I know that there's a certain amount of hazing and shit, but like, And that dude was drafted. Can you imagine being drafted and then being there?
I
Like,
was
he...
about to ask
think-
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, can you get drafted as to Marines?
I think he got drafted.
Guess so.
I think the draft happened towards the end. I think. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't want to like say I'm right or wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, the whole them like fucking with the new guy shit, like it got annoying to watch, but like I understand, like mentally they don't want to get close to anybody new. Like they've already seen so many people die, and I think that's what keeps them at arm's length from the greener people, because they're likely to go if they just came in, they're likely to go soon. But there's also like a hypocritical element to it, like when Sledge was like, "Oh, what'd you think it was gonna be like? You thought it was gonna be all like blah blah blah," and it's like, bro, you thought the same thing before you came in. And it's just, it sucks because these guys are so mentally like, it just sucks, man.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like you see Sledge looking at people like that are killing Japs indiscriminately, like, wow, that's so fucked up, and then he's the one shooting them.
Yeah,
like,
he went through a whole arc this
Yeah,
one
he did.
episode.
Yeah.
Like,
The one thing I wanted to point out is like I feel like there was a butterfly effect that happened here. Like if I forget Robbie Malek's character's name. I forget his name. Snafu. If Snafu like wasn't a dick in the beginning and took that guy's fucking poncho, this whole slew of events I feel like would have been a lot different, because that dude never that dude would have never went and got his ammo wet. You know what I mean? The ammo wet fucked their whole fucking camaraderie up. Like him being a dick in the beginning completely fucked up that whole group's camaraderie. Like if their camaraderie and if like they had a little bit of, how do I say this, hope, a little bit of something, who knows what would have happened, bro? They could have, Ham could have been alive right now, for all I know.
If the ammo didn't get wet, they would have fired it all and it would have went off, and the next morning maybe those people wouldn't have retreated into the hills. And like it's just
it's the butterfly effect of it all. You know what I mean?
But also,
and
if
like,
he didn't draft that motherfucker in the first place, he maybe would have been more prepared if he was.
True. You know, I agree with that, but like, you know, it just goes to show that like if Snafu was just
a tiny small thing.
Yeah, it's a tiny small thing of just like not being a dick, especially in war. You know, I feel like things would have been different.
And especially if they like, you don't know when they're gonna die. So like the last thing they're gonna die is like you being a dick. Like those greenies, like they last thing they know is like the army just being a dick to them.
They don't give a fuck though, because they're literally out there living in mud and shit and killing people. I think that like it's not even about that. Either they're gonna be a dick to somebody who speaks the same language as them, or they're gonna fucking have been a dick to someone that they shot and killed and didn't give a fuck about anyway. So like, I don't think anybody's thinking about their last moments, because when you're in war, any single moment could be your last moment. So I think you just act how you feel and get your job done. It's
I know
kind of
that's
how
why
they operate.
Yeah,
they were doing it because they're just at wit's end, and like they at this point don't care anymore. But there are repercussions still, and like there's a fine line between like busting balls and just being a complete dickhead. And I feel like they were just being a complete dickhead towards that guy that drafted. Like, we've seen busting balls before, but not like not like that. And then as soon as they fought, he got blown up. So yeah, Sledge lost his like childhood friend or whoever that was. I don't know if he's.
No, that was the guy that they've been together from the beginning.
Yeah, his childhood friend's already left out the war.
That's right.
First time we heard the word Geneva Convention spoken.
That was so dope.
Yeah, that moron had the prisoners on the trail with the enemy they've been fighting. Like, of course people are gonna spit at them and fuck with them. Like, I'm so glad he was called out and be like, okay, why don't you use your intelligence to put them somewhere else so this altercation doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he told Sledge if you punch another prisoner, you'll get fucking court-martialed.
Yep.
Compare that to Abu Ghraib. We've come a long way. I'm sorry.
All right. Anything else, you guys? Are you guys okay?
I'm interested in finishing this up so we can talk about the implication of nuclear weapons in this war to see if. Can I finish?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
To see the implication of nuclear weapons in this war and if they were warranted the use. The end.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the war is like over because they're
about to drop. They just hit one, about to do the other.
Yeah. So I mean, it's probably gonna be a wrap up episode, but I need 5. I need to like gather myself before we start this.
All right, you guys. We'll see you guys next week on the next one.
On finale.
Bye.
Finale.
Bye.
Bye.
And then we'll stop being miserable. I love the series.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and a big shout out to Sakif, Clayton, Harry, Explorin, Aaron, Mr. Mamas, Joe Maggs, Nicola, Canyon, ZJP, Nick Comfort, and Keyboard Junkie. Thanks guys!